When I was a kid, I had a whole bunch of hobbies that I carried through to semi-adulthood, I would say. But then I started to work on my career and my hobbies stopped. I went all in on my career and felt there was no time for any of this uselessness. Because if I was not using my time to forward my career, I would start to feel guilty and panic over the fact that I'm wasting time. And then, of course, I felt so awkward to publicly admit that I had things that I liked doing just for the sake of doing them. So I stopped paying attention to my hobbies altogether. It seems that nowadays, as an adult, it's almost shameful to have a hobby. In the book 4,000 Weeks, Time Management for Mortals, Oliver Burkeman puts it as follows. Many of us tend to feel that the person who's deeply involved in their hobby of, say, painting miniature fantasy figures or tending to their collection of rare cacti, is guilty of not participating in real life as energetically as they otherwise might. It's almost rare to have a desire to do a thing just for yourself, not to be productive or to better yourself in some type of way. An example. I've always been a big reader, and my go-to was crime novels and Stephen King horror stories. At some point though, I didn't allow myself to read fiction anymore. And yes, I'm learning a lot from these books, but it's also really nice to read just for the sake of reading, immersing yourself in a gripping story and escaping to a faraway land from the comfort of your own couch. The plan for this year is to absolutely read a lot more, just for fun. If you dare to do something in your off time that you're not learning or growing from in some type of way, you better be monetizing that stuff. That seems to be the only socially acceptable way to have a hobby. It's gotta be a side hustle. You have to sell your art. You have to turn that photography passion into a business, sell prints. We are just so obsessed with using our time, quote unquote, wisely, that hobbies for the sake of hobbies is almost taboo. Even playing video games is now fashionable, but specifically only if you're a successful streamer making bank with it. Oh, that's the wrong button. Ooh. I see a light.
Lights. That's a good sign.
That's a good sign. Let's see if it wants to work. Yes, I do think it's important to learn and grow, and by all means, turn that passion of yours into a generous cash flow. But we all need to relax, blow off some steam sometimes. I remember a deep sense of happiness when I was doing things that have no point at all other than being entertaining. I'm going all in this year, finding that pure sense of fun in things I know will bring me joy. And you know what the very best part is about having a hobby? You don't have to be good at it. You don't have to perform or be productive in any way. You just have to enjoy it. For example, I'm a super slow runner, but I love me some running. I recently got back into training for a half marathon, and I'm certainly not gonna win any prizes, except for the participation medal, and that's perfectly fine with me. I definitely run for the bling. In the end, it's such a relief to do something without any pressure, without the expectations that come with doing something exceptionally well. It's a privilege to learn something for the sake of developing a skill that's purely entertainment. To straight up suck at it and just not care. To be absolutely cringy. And if you're enjoying that hobby of yours, I think it's acceptable. So I urge every single one of us to do the unthinkable once in a while. Just waste time. Do something for the sake of doing. For the love of hobbies.